Hi, I'm Jen, the other half of Jen Squared. I'm thinking, write in with Jen. Date, write in. Night, write. We're not leaving the house. It's a Friday. I've got zero plans and I'm absolutely loving that. I still want to treat myself a little bit. So, just for a moment, let's think about something else. Let's treat ourselves with a cocktail because we deserve it, as hobby authors do. Jesus. We're not animals. Any guesses? Just kidding. That's an awkward thing to do when it's a very one-sided conversation. I'll just tell you. Mais oui. I'm treating all of us. I'm making myself a French 75. One of my all-time favorites. Super easy drink. Super fancy vibe for pretty minimal effort. That's what I like. First, I have to squeeze lemon. Because if we want it to taste the best it can be, we just have to squeeze a lemon. I'm gonna guess that's about what I need to be. Shaker with ice. I'm super excited to try this blood orange gin for no reason because the color would look nice and the citrus flavor might add to it. If it clashes with the lemon, it's a learning experience. I wish you could smell this. An ounce and a half of gin, 3/4 ounce of simple syrup, 3/4 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice, the thing. We pre-chill the glass because we're not animals. We're not done. Okay. We top with your choice of champagne or any kind of sparkling brew. I have neighbors. Yay! One more thing. In such little time, a French 75. It works. We're a genius. Jenny's a little busy tonight, and I wanted to write, but more importantly, I wanted to talk. Lucky you. You get to step in. It's good. If you're not all caught up, we actually just filmed a current progress report, and it's pretty extensive. Go check it out. What I'm currently working on, a little something called Project Midnight, trilogy, fantasy romance. Specifically tonight, we're getting into some pretty intense scenes with my main character, and I have the absolute joy of introducing a fiery, a furious, a fierce new character into the storyline, except in a twist of fate in which I have created entirely of my own doing. My story is being told through the lens of my main character, and I have subdued my main character to a point where she is unable to see. If Jenny were here, what we'd be doing is passing back ideas on how to make this new character as intimidating as possible without the value of sight, little things that she can do to make my main character's friends terrified. So those micro reactions can be felt or heard by her at the very least. Something that can set her off that this is a little more dangerous than she was prepared for. This is the fun part. Making stuff up. Just making shit up. Like, it's so fun. And then talking about the made up stuff and then adding more made up stuff. So, you're asking, say you're writing and you want to talk to Jenny and she's not available, but you still want to write. What do? Well, I obviously still write. We still get to it because the ideas eventually start flowing. It's not like I can't sit and think about it by myself. It's just that it's better when you can talk about it. Here's the thing. I envision talking about my novel or my project to absolutely anybody else. It's difficult and a little bit challenging because I would feel that I would have to explain so much backstory, so much plot, so much history that I've just made up about these made up characters to get to a basic overarching theme of the novel that I'm writing. And even then, boiling it down to an elevator pitch right now would sound silly because it's not fully formed yet. But when I'm talking to Jenny, when I tell you, we have dissected every possible avenue the story could go. Jenny has helped shape my plot in a lot of ways and has essentially helped shape some of my characters in a lot of ways. But also, another amazing thing about Jenny is she gives me the time and space to absolutely gush about the plot that I have come to make. Never in my life did I think that this brain could sit down and think of a whole trilogy. You know what? I'm not going to dissect why I am the way I am, but I didn't believe it. And this is kind of amazing to have my ideas have a beginning, middle, and end that actually makes sense. And that is a benefit of bouncing off a partner. The partner will tell you when stuff doesn't make sense. I've gone through whole chapters of my manuscript where I'm absolutely giddy to start writing because I'm so into the scene that I am about to write. And it kind of feels like that tonight. I really, really like writing intense emotions, chances for stressed dialogue, or seeing the cracks of people's relationships. I love writing scenes like that, and I really think that I'm getting to the meat and potatoes, and I'm getting to the point where I can really, really fracture some good things at this moment. And I shouldn't be excited about that, but I very, very much am. Here's the thing. I'm writing the scene where my main character can't see. She can hear, but she can't see. How devastating it would be to only hear something traumatic and be unable to do anything about it. You know it's happening to one of your closest friends. We hear the screams, the terror, and you're helpless. I'm getting goosebumps. That is so creepy. I think I'm creepy. There's a whole lot of nothing left to this. And this is getting a little off topic. We never really had a plot to start with in this video, if we're being honest. So if we expected something else, I don't know. That wasn't what we're going for. You know, when you're reading a book and something happens that's absolutely devastating, and you can only think, how can the author do this? How can the author write this? I'm not calling myself a true author, a whole author, a published anything, but I am telling you, I am sitting behind the scenes, tapping my fingers together, absolutely giggling about the pain I would love to inflict on my readers one day. And I believe that's very telling about me, but I get it. I'm so excited. One of my biggest goals in life is to have somebody hold my book, a book that I have written, and gasp of devastation, of shock, choked up because I've done something that they are hurt by, something that makes them feel. I just want to make you feel something. Hopefully it hurts in like a really good way, you know? Normally, Jenny at least reins me in, and I feel like that's exactly what I'm missing. This might be my cue to just shut up and focus for the rest of the night. This is probably just going to be making a drink with a whole bunch of rambling after it, but it could also be just a slice of life of how good it could be to have an author friend, to have a person like Jenny in your life. It could be the series that brings you the comfort that Jenny brings me while talking about my manuscript. I'm Jen, one half of Jen Squared. We're hobby authors, and I just can't wait to hear what you are writing about. Just tell me. Thanks for hanging out with me.